Welcome, coaches, to Gaining an Advantage with 2-Point Concepts. I'm Mike Rowe, head football coach, offensive coordinator at Rocori High School in Minnesota. Below, you'll see my contact information, rocorifootball@gmail.com, and at Coach Mike Rowe. If you have further questions about any of this stuff, please feel free to contact me at any time so that I can answer those. I want to thank you for purchasing this course. I think you're going to find it very rewarding. It's something that we've had a lot of success with since 2012, since we started to implement this into our everyday lifestyle of running 2-point plays all the time after we score. And I know some of you, I always get asked when I present some of this stuff is, why do you do that? What happens if you have a great kicker? If you have a great kicker, do it. I just don't have them all the time. If I do, great, I'm going to use them and they kick field goals and those kinds of things. But touchdowns and 2-pointers, they're going to win you football games. And we've seen that happen over the course of the last handful of years here. Why do we go for 2? Well, we score 80% of the time right now. And so that means you're going to be kicking 130% of your extra points have to be good. Well, I've never seen a perfect season of extra points. So I can tell you right there, that's the statistic that sways me over to going for 2 all the time. After you score a touchdown, defense is hanging their head, usually makes it easy to score. Sometimes they're fired up if it's a close game, makes it a little more difficult, but for the most part, we find after we score, especially that first touchdown in that game, that first time we come out in that formation that they haven't seen, their heads are spinning, and it's usually a very easy conversion for that 2-pointer. We've won an average of 2 games a season since 2012 by going for 2. That being said, this past season, we won 3 games going for 2. We beat 2 ranked teams in the regular season, and then we beat our rival by 2. So an amazing edge of games that we probably would not have won if we were kicking extra points. Also forces your opponent to spend extra time on defending your plays and your concepts. Now, I've seen this work both ways. Some coaches spend a lot of time on it, which means they're taken away from other things that they could be getting better at. Some teams don't spend any time at all on it. They just say, we're going to try and put all our efforts into not letting you score so that we don't have to see the formations. That being said, when we score, then those ones are very easy conversions for us to take advantage of. It's a lot of fun for our kids. Our kids love this stuff. This is where we build in our trick plays and a lot of our different concepts. So by having multiple handoffs, by having handoffs and then a pass option, our kids really like it. Plus, it gives us an opportunity in live action outside of practice to practice some of our trick plays with very little consequence. So in Minnesota, if we don't convert or we throw a pick or we fumble it, the play's dead. The defense can't return it. So there's no reason that we shouldn't do it because it's not going to hurt us. If the defense could take them and return them back, yeah, then I could see that the cost reward benefit would be way different. But because the reward is way greater, we have the option to score and they can't. To us, it's a no-brainer to be running these concepts. Last part is game planning. We carry 14 non-traditional formations. You'd play 14 games to get to the state championship. That means we would have 14 different formations that we could use. In this course, I'm going to give you 8 of those formations. We only use 1 formation per game in the regular season, so that means you're getting 8 plays in this course. And that means if you play 8 regular season games, you would be able to run one of these every single week against your opponent, and they would have no idea what you were doing. We'll use these concepts in short yardage situations. You'll see on some of the video clips I have, we run some of these concepts in the middle of the field. We're just trying to get a quick first down. Maybe it's a crucial part of the game and running your base stuff hasn't been working as well. So it just gives you a little bit of an edge to show up all of a sudden and run those things. Now, the other thing is, if the defense isn't prepared, you're going to catch them. The other thing is they might burn a timeout, and that might help you down the road as well. We use base plays in these concepts, so we're not coming up with 100 different plays for these different formations. We run about 3 of the same plays out of each formation. Now, our base run play is speed option. So every formation that we design has to have the ability to run speed option in it. If it doesn't, then we usually throw that one out. And then the last thing I want you to think about today is think players, not plays. Get your best players the football. Don't worry necessarily about what the play is. Just get your best guy the ball, and he's going to make something happen. And we like that. We usually make sure that our quarterback, the guy getting the snap, is one of our most dynamic people. And you'll see a bunch of different guys in that role, and that helps us gain an advantage against them. So we're going to get into this and start showing formations and concepts.